Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Francisco Pinedo. I'm very sorry I couldn't be there today, but I have another couple handful of commitments I need to get through. So today I will be presenting to you iPads in adult education. This is the same presentation I did at CCAE State Conference back about a month ago. So some of the information is going to might be a little bit redundant. But why technology? Technology because by next year, 2020, jobs related to technology are expected to increase by the year 2020. We just recently met with IDEA, who went over our survey results that was conducted here in Soledad. And surprisingly enough, well, maybe not surprisingly, but some of the biggest needs that we have in our community is computer literacy and the use of technology to better improve the lives of our students through education and also job preparation. So it really ties in to maybe what some of us are seeing locally of the need of technology. So how to use technology in your classroom? Well, tablets, mobile devices being the number one way that people access technology, the internet, stuff like that. Bring your own device for those of you who don't have any tablets or laptops. Students could definitely bring in their own device, their own laptop, their own Chrome, their own tablet, their own mobile phone. And we also encourage students to take computer literacy classes in the community. If you offer them at your adult school, sign them up there. If you don't, well, maybe referring them to somebody else who does, a partnering agency, CBO, library, so forth. So these are some of the free apps for iOS and Android, meaning for Apple products and non-Apple products. And these are the ones that I use that we have found very successful. Remind. So the Remind app with this one here, it's a good way to connect with students. You could send announcements, foster student communication. I'm gonna, towards the end, I'm gonna show you the Remind, how it works. What you would need to do is go on to remind.com, set up your free teacher account, and then from there you could invite students to connect to your account. You could send messages, students could reply to you. It's not using your phone number, so it's using a computer generated number, for example. And it's a good way to maintain contact with students. Sometimes we have students who have been out a day or two or three, and then we just kind of send a message like, hey, we miss you in class, and we're able to get that student back. So when we're talking about persistence, it's a good way to keep persistence. U.S. Citizenship Pod, for those of us who teach citizenship preparation, it's a very good app to use because you could listen to mock citizenship interviews. There's also civic and history lessons. You can also access the site, which has a lot more information, uscitizenpod.com. Again, it's right here, uscitizenpod.com. It's also in your handout provided. And that one right there, you would have a lot more resources than the app. The app has some components, but the website has a lot more. USA Learns app is 99 cents each level. There are 5 levels of English. But again, if you go into the website, I'm sorry, I have the wrong website here. It's usalearns.com, usalearns.org, usalearns.org, again, usalearns.org. It is totally free. You have 5 levels of English, and you also have the citizenship preparation, which is new. Very, very good site that we use for our citizenship prep as well. It incorporates video, audio, and speaking. The app doesn't include the citizenship component yet, but it does have the 5 levels of English. Show Me. So this app works for tablets, and it turns your mobile device into a whiteboard. So students can use it in class to show answers, sentence, math problems. You could choose a different background for graphs, coordinates, and writing. Again, this is only an app, so it will only work on a tablet. It will not work on a laptop or on a Chrome. It will work only on a tablet. I make that point clear a lot because then I get people ask me, oh, what's the website? No, there is no website. It's an app. That means it needs to be downloaded onto a mobile device, tablet, or phone. Here to Career, this is an app. When it works wonderful. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It provides information about local community colleges. So if I was to open this app right now, of course it will show me Hartnell College. It provides information on the courses and degrees offered at the local community college. It also has a career pathways, career quizzes, a skills profile that you answer all these questions. It tells you what jobs related to your interests, things like that. It's really good. Some of them actually link to information of community colleges, financial aid. And so it all depends how much information the local community college puts out there, I guess, that the app gathers everything and it's in one simple place. Again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but when it does work, it's wonderful. Only works for with community colleges because it's funded through the Chancellor's Office of Community College. It will not show you any CTE schools. It will show you CTE classes that are offered at the community college. Job readiness simulations. So these here, Job Pro Get Hired, Job Pro Get Dressed, Job Pro Get Prepared, are free simulation games that help students build skills needed to be job ready. Students practice simulated interviews with this one, time management with this one, and how to dress appropriately for an interview. So again, they're all simulation games. We use this mainly with our younger students in the high school diploma class who still may not have a grasp up to what they want to do with their lives or even, to work. So these here are websites, again, usalearns.org. So when you go into the site and you register for free using an email account, here you have the 3 levels of English. Now, when I say for students to log in with an email account, the first thing we hear is, oh, we don't have an email. Well, if your student has a smartphone, guess what? They needed an email to activate that phone. So if you go into your phone's or your student's phone's setting, usually when you go into the setting at the very top, it's going to show you what email was used to activate that phone. For iOS devices, you go on settings and it's going to be way on the top. For Android devices, you might have to dig in a little bit more, but you will find it. So it has English, the 3 levels, and also citizenship. Typing.com teaches students how to type. It's interactive lessons and activities. You can keep track of the student progress if you create a free teacher account and then enroll your students. You'll be able to keep tabs of their progress and award certificates upon milestone completion. The last one, Estoy Aprendiendo. This is only for Spanish high school equivalency preparation. Again, it's only in Spanish. Estoy-aprendiendo.com. It offers Spanish resources for HiSET, GED, and TASC. Videos for all subjects in HSC preparations, and some are interactive lessons and activities. For the math, I noticed that it has a lot of links to manipulative websites and also to websites where you are interactive on teaching, like learning about fractions and things like that. Okay, so again, this one is only in Spanish. Why only in Spanish? Because there really isn't anything out there for in Spanish for HSC preparation. Okay, so thank you, and let me show you now. Oops. So when I go into my Remind app, well, onto the website, first I create a free account here, and then from here you could see how I use Remind. For example, for Mother's Day, I sent out something for Mother's Day. Also something, if you could see right here, computer class, I sent this yesterday. It says, see you tonight at 6, los espero esta noche a las 6, Francisco. This is just to remind them about the computer class. In some of our morning classes, we would have, for example, if the student can't come to class, they would tell me right here, no voy a poder ir a clase, estoy enferma, and I usually follow up by, okay, hope you feel better. send announcements as well. Let me see here how I could show you the, maybe I won't be able to show you the announcements, but we use it to send out announcements. Okay, so that's the Remind app. It's free. I have it set up by classes. Easy to create a class. I just go create a class, name a class, the code, and so forth. Very simple to use. You could have all your classes organized here. USA Learns. So when I log into USA Learns, you could see the 3 levels of English and citizenship. So let me show you one with citizenship. Okay, pretend it's talking. Something's wrong with my audio. So she said what she's going to say, the introduction, and then you would skip, and then you would go and you would listen. So pretend you heard that too. And then you go next. And then here you're going to hear more story. And then eventually it's going to get to the point where it's going to have some of the questions, and then you choose. So here, 10 reasons to become a citizen. And then it will follow up, like for example here, like what are some benefits to becoming a citizen? I can vote. So let me check that. Oh, I have to choose 3 more answers. You can travel with a passport. Your family members could become U.S. citizens. So let me check. So choose 1 more answer. Apparently it was all of them. So I have it correct, and then I go next. Okay, so am I eligible? Yes, I am. Did that. Again, so here are keywords. Again, you heard things say the word, and then here it will give you the explanation. Naturalization, and then here it gives you, so that you could see in the activity menu all the different activities related to that. That's for citizenship. If I go into English, okay, so if I go into English,
ask, listen,
okay, I did all vocabulary words, and then I could do the meaning match. So here it will have the question, the picture, and then I would choose, oh, maybe it's read. Check, incorrect, try again, ask, correct. See, it says correct here, and then you go to the next one. So again, this is a really good site to use, maybe for blended learning if your students go only a few hours a day or a few days a week. We use this one here with our students to access at home. Most of them do have a computer at home, so they would access it at home. Also in the classroom, they would be able to access it with our Chromes or our laptops. Okay. So I hope you found this information useful. Again, sorry I could not be there, but we're on a walking field trip around Soledad. I would probably rather be there where you're at right now than where I'm going to be at later, but it's a whole different story. So again, thank you. Please email me if you have any questions, comments, suggestions. If you have an app or a website that you really like, please shoot me an email. That way I could incorporate it into my presentation. Thank you.